Suspended Telangana BJP MLA T. Raja Singh, accused of making derogatory remarks about the Islamic Prophet Mohammed, has been arrested once again. Earlier in the day, Hyderabad police had served 2 different notices to Raja Singh in previous pending cases. Minutes before his arrest, suspended BJP MLA T. Raja Singh released a new video. In this video, he alleged that the entire incident was nothing but an attempt to frame him. In clear proof of AIMIM safeguarding the protesters, here we see a protester speaking, or Asaduddin Owaisi rather, speaking to some of the protesters who are thanking him for their release after arrest. Meanwhile, Hyderabad police has clarified that there is no political pressure of any sort, also assure that all precautions are being taken to maintain peace and order. Trouble seems to be mounting for Jharkhand Chief Minister Hemant Soren. The Election Commission has sent a recommendation to the Jharkhand governor seeking Soren's disqualification for violating electoral law by extending a mining lease to himself. Meanwhile, Hemant Soren's office has hit out at BJP after reports of EC recommending his disqualification say no communication received from EC or the governor. Accused BJP of taking over public agencies. BJP's Nishikant Dubey seeks dissolution of the Jharkhand Assembly, says corrupt Chief Minister has no moral right to continue, demands fresh election on all 81 seats. The Supreme Court has held that no conclusive proof of Pegasus spyware was detected in any of the 29 mobile devices examined, though some malware was found in 5 of the phones. After Supreme Court's observation, BJP's hit out at the Congress claimed that the Grand Old Party was artificially and intentionally trying to create an atmosphere of fear in the country. In a fierce attack on BJP, the Aam Aadmi Party has alleged that the Saffron Party is trying to poach its party MLAs in order to topple Kejriwal government's New Delhi role. Amidst the fiery political slugfest, Arvind Kejriwal today chaired a key meeting with the party MLAs. Of 62, 54 MLAs attended the meeting. Amidst poaching fears, AAP has clarified that the unity is intact and none of the party MLAs are in fact missing. The parties further accused the BJP of spreading misinformation. The BJP has hit back at the Kejriwal-led government over the liquor scam and cheating the public. It further has accused the party of scripting lies in order to divert attention from real issues. As central agencies probe liquor scam, Aam Aadmi Party has been accused, or rather is accusing the BJP of misleading public by quoting different figures. AAP has alleged that BJP first quoted 1.5 lakh crore scam and has now said that it is a 144 rupee crore scam. BJP has staged a protest in Delhi against alleged irregularities in Aam Aadmi Party government's liquor policy. There was deployment of police personnel to avoid any untoward incident at multiple locations. AAP versus BJP brawl has gotten more dramatic, with Delhi Chief Minister leading prayers at Rajghat accompanied by over 50 MLAs. They prayed for the failure of Bharatiya Janata Party's alleged bid to topple the government. Meanwhile, the BJP's claim that the Aam Aadmi Party leader's visit to Rajghat was part of their theatrics to divert people's attention from the controversy surrounding the liquor policy, and also has highlighted the need to purify Rajghat. An Uttar Pradesh minister has been appointed as the new state BJP chief. He will replace Swatantradev Singh. A committee probing the security breach of Prime Minister Modi has found lapses in the conduct of the Punjab police during the visit of the PM to the state in January. The top court has indicted the senior superintendent of police, Firozpur, for failing to take requisite action. Supreme Court has agreed to hear a petition challenging the remission of 11 convicts in the Bilkis Bano case. The bench has issued a notice to the Gujarat government and has been asked to file its response in this matter. Congress leader Rahul Gandhi demanded justice for Gujarat riots rape survivor Bilkis Bano. He's alleged that those giving hollow slogans like Beti Bachao are instead saving rapists. Supreme Court agrees to reconsider its own judgment which upheld the powers of ED under the PMLA. CJI says 2 issues which require reconsideration are not providing the copy of the ECIR to the accused and reversal of presumption of innocence. A case has been filed against Bihar Chief Minister Nitish Kumar and 6 others. Now, this was in the lower court in Muzaffarpur for allegedly hurting the sentiments of the Hindu community. This comes after Nitish Kumar took his Muslim cabinet minister inside the temple despite a prohibition on non-Hindus from entering. Intensifying its ongoing probe against TMC strongman Anubrata Mondal, the ED is all set to question him in a money laundering case that is revolving around cattle smuggling. The stage is set and the countdown has begun for the mega demolition of the Noida Supertech Twin Towers. The skyscraper will be razed to the ground on the 28th of August. Noida police are taking all preventive measures, including sanitizing of routes and cordoning off the stretches to prevent any loss of property or human lives due to shock waves and the aftermath of the explosion. According to sources, ED wants, in fact, to take Saigal Hussain in their custody and interrogate him in the cow smuggling and money laundering case. ED has already put in an application in the Raz Avenue Court in Delhi in relation to this. West Bengal government's decision to carve out 7 new districts from the state's existing 23 has sparked a row. The announcement, however, has stoked protests in Muslim-majority areas of Murshidabad. BSF troops foiled a major bid to smuggle narcotics from across the border and shot at a Pakistani intruder in Jammu and Kashmir's Samba district. All 4 accused in Sambal gang rape case have been arrested. The 15-year-old gang rape survivor had hanged herself to death after being allegedly threatened by her assaulters to withdraw the case. A major incident of gang rape of a 35-year-old woman reported in Jaipur. This incident took place near the Kalpana Travels area near Jaipur Junction. FSL officials have recovered several pieces of evidence from the spot. Raids were conducted at the residence of former MLA and Janapaksham leader PC George and his son. According to sources, the raids were conducted in connection with the actress assault case of 2017. Addressing the controversy that has erupted over Hindu groups demanding to celebrate Ganesh Chaturthi at Eidgah Maidan, Chief Minister of Karnataka Basavaraj Bommai has said that authorities are looking into it and a decision will be made shortly. A CBI team raiding RJD MLC Gyaza Ahmed in Madhubani has come under attack from stone pelters. 1 CRPF Jawan has been injured. 9 people have died and 14 were seriously injured in a road accident in Tumkur in Karnataka. A cruiser was hit by a truck leading to this horrific accident. TDP claims YSRCP followers have demolished an Anna canteen and also have raised slogans against Chandrababu Naidu before the launch. Following this, TDP's former Chief Minister N. Chandrababu Naidu has launched a sit-down in protest against the YSRCP. DMK's ward secretary in Tiruchendur has been caught on CCTV camera stealing a gold chain. The stolen chain was subsequently retrieved. Comedian Raju Srivastava, who was hospitalized after suffering a cardiac arrest, has gained consciousness after 15 days. He's being monitored by doctors at AIIMS Delhi. A flood-like situation has emerged after heavy rains in Udaipur, Rajasthan. An orange alert has been issued in the area. India reports 1,725 cases and 13,084 recoveries in the last 24 hours. India has announced that it's ready to dispatch its 12th consignment of humanitarian aid to Ukraine, consisting of 26 types of medicines on the special request of Ukraine. UK's outgoing Prime Minister Boris Johnson has met Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky in Kyiv as Ukraine celebrated its Independence Day. Promises further package of military support to Ukraine. Ukraine's claim that a Russian rocket strike on a train section has killed 25 people. Over 30 others have been injured in the attack. At least 2 people have died and 3 others were injured in the shooting in northwest DC on Wednesday afternoon. Cops are not saying or hunting for the SUV that has been used by the shooters. That's really being searched at the moment. Dozens of Islamic Jihad militants have displayed life-size replicas of their rockets during a parade in the Gaza Strip in Palestine. South African workers staged a massive demonstration in Pretoria City to protest against rising cost of living. The protesters have called on President Cyril Ramaphosa and his government to bring rising prices under control. Torrential rains have battered the UK, with one part of Essex seeing more than an inch of rain in just 1 hour. A yellow thunderstorm warning is also in place for London. Ukraine President Volodymyr Zelensky addressed the nation on Independence Day and asserted the only victory would mean the end of war for Ukraine. As Ukraine celebrated its 31st independence, FSM Bridge in Istanbul was illuminated with colors of the Ukrainian flag. NASA's new moon rocket makes its debut next week in a high-stakes test flight. The 322-foot rocket will attempt to send an empty crew capsule into a far-flung lunar object.